Hey yo, you know that terrorist we blew up with the nuke last week? Which one? Found the next guy in charge and oh, this boy angry that we killed his buddy. What he gonna do, kiss me? We play as a guy whose nickname is Sob, which is cringe, so I'm just gonna call him Midwolf from now on, okay? We check out the container and oh look, it's a very big firework. And they're American. I mean, to be honest, I don't know why these guys are so upset. I mean, unless you supply your own adversaries with ballistic warheads, are you even a superpower? One of them leaves, so I come up to the one who stayed and sit his ass down by injecting something into him. Who knows what's inside the syringe? Could be 200 milliliters of fentanyl, and I just committed a murder in plain sight. I go to Price, who gives me a trolling grenade. We drive through Las Almas and Alejandro starts a Hitler speech about corruption like, yeah bro, I know I'm in Mexico. The Bleeds try to chase us, but I have a gun. I'm not very good with it, I'm just saying that I have one. Fortunately, my allies aren't as retarded as they seem, only most of the time. Before we released the Badabim Bozo, we went through his phone because we don't respect the human right to privacy. We found out he got some smuggling buddies on a Spanish island, and there's a chance the funny containers are still there, so we go there. Laswell chills out on a boat, while Price and me, Gas, go play dress up, get ghillie suits on, so we look like Wookiees from Chernobyl now, he's glorious. Oh god, they give me an M4. I'm gonna have to ditch it for an AK, I don't want to be regarded as Western spy and get sent to Gulag. We crawl through some grass, some shit, and stop, a patrol is coming, so we hide. It went surprisingly well, first try, let's go. We engage in some family friendly banter and ask Laswell what her favorite gun is. She says she doesn't have one, oh what a loser. See comrades, I am a man of Eastern culture. I like AK. AK is good. She asked me the same thing, so let's look for AK. Nope. Nope. Where is AK? Where is AK, blad? I'm going to shoot the developers of this game. We pull up to one of the many locations the mass trolling device could be in. We take out as many people as we can with our snipers to clear the area. Making our way downtown, we stop because just there is another patrol coming my way. Please don't spot me, please don't spot me, please! They didn't spot me. He's good. We gotta clear the buildings, so we give the people inside the Auschwitz treatment. They all run out and get slaughtered. I guess that's also what happened in Auschwitz. We open the container and it's not a missile. It's even better. There are many forces of nature that cannot be stopped. Tornado, tsunami, and of course, SLAV with AK. We go up to the second building and do the exact same thing. Auschwitz and then the final solution to the enemy question. Unfortunately, there is no container here, but we still poke around. I am a veteran of the KGB after all. Oh look, there's tunnel under the lighthouse. Be a shame if the Chernobyl Chewbacca KGB just came in and... We cleared the area again with our sniper. We make our way down, but hey, look, another patrol. We hide in a very dense bush and even despite the ghillie suit, somehow they still see me. You know what, screw this, I got the range. Enjoy the breakfast of lead, debils. We go in with our glorious Manju Kalashnikov. But there are some houses under the lighthouse that require clearing first, and well, you know the drill. Hello Urod. It is I, Polish Santa Claus. We discover a passage down to the tunnels, and so we do the obvious thing and jump down. Blasting our way through, we discover a dock, and these bozos have submarines. Wow! At that moment, some very not nice boats come up to Laswell's boat and some shenanigans go down. Laswell gets kidnapped and we can't do jack shit about it. Oh look, there she is, just put a lively logo on it and it's golden. We chat with the general who doesn't give a shit about Laswell, but Price is having none of it. He says he won't help but won't stop us either. Will he now? Gaz is like, yo mate, we're gonna need an army to free Laswell, and Price is like, get me a crate of vodka and I can recruit all the gopniks in Russia. Unfortunately that does not happen. Would be epic though. We go to Uzbekistan and meet up with Farah. I don't really know much about her other than the fact I think she was in the campaign of the previous game, which guess what, I haven't played. Seems like she has an army too, so fair enough I guess. We play as Gas who's in a chopper. Laswell is a big black car at the front of the convoy, and like us, we have to fight our way through from the very back all the way to the front. We start popping Arabs and even make some decent progress on the convoy. However, then the Arabs start popping my helicopter and I am so fucked right now. I transform into the Australian Special Forces and keep fighting. Eventually I cut myself free when the chance of dying is only 50% and not 100. I begin the favorite Polish activity of stealing cars. I even drive like a Slav as well. I'm sure the roads here are full of potholes too from bombs. I'm sure all the Bulgarians felt at home while playing this mission. Then Price shows up and it looks like he has some Polish blood in him as well. We hop on and find out Christmas came early. Let's go. Unfortunately, I run out of nades to eat, so big gun. It's not RPK, but I guess it will do. I hijack yet another car again and go up against a flippin' ABC that tries to shoot me down. However, I use my superior driving skills earned by driving in the Donbass to evade the shots coming my way. I jump in, eat an aid and call it a day. Finally, the convoy stops and we go in with glorious Kalashnikov. I go in to help Laswell, but I guess she don't need any. And then we live together happily ever after. Psych! Price starts bitching and whining and Laswell shots him the fuck up. She says that the missiles weren't actually in Spain, but the guidance systems from Russia were. Now they're attached to the missiles and there are only two people who know where they are, Hassan and El Sin Nombre. Guess which one is more convenient to find. The boys in Mexico start discussing how to infiltrate the compound. Rafe says we should offer true intel to learn the identity of El Sin Nombre. Midwo volunteers because of course he fucking does. Alejandro is coming with me, so that's very reassuring. I'm not kidding, I mean the crazy sucker jumped off a cliff. I trust this guy with my life and then some. Midwo gets his ass abducted while the ghost just stands there watching like a pervert. We switch to Midwo and find out Alejandro already has a disguise. We have a little chit chat in the elevator, but it's interrupted by this potato looking ass Sicario.
You got a name, Hawk?
They call me Soup.
Verga se llama Jabón.
I know, right? Who the hell willingly calls themselves Soap? That's why I call him Midwo. Potato Man is not very nice. He's mean. Potato Man starts a Hitler speech about interrogation rules like, bro, yeah, I know I'm in Mexico. Oh, and by the way kids, don't do drugs. Not because they're bad for you, but because the Potato Man will kick your ass if he finds out. We enter what I assume is a family-friendly Monopoly match night and get introduced to Valeria. She's deaf at 10 out of 10. Okay, maybe 9, she's also very rude. Basically, I go up against the useless cunt opposite me in a simping contest for Valeria. She asks to attack their friend in the mountains. The useless cunt obviously doesn't know, and I say that it was Mexican Special Forces aided by an American PMC called Shadow Company. Oh, and here's the insignia for proof. Oh, you wanna know who leads it? Sure, Philip Graves. He has a gunship, it's very cool. After scoring every simp point, the useless cunt opposite me gets his brain turned into art on the wall and I get set free. And that, kids, is how fetishes are born. I totally told her everything she wanted to know because Alejandro told me to, and definitely not because I like her. Trust me, bro. You trust me, right? I'm a communist, of course you can trust me. I get yeeted out the elevator and Alejandro pats down my ass. You like that, don't you? He gives me a knife, very cool, very nice, and a cheeky bricky mask, beautiful. We tell their boys what's up and I can finally walk around the waiting lobby. Our objective now is to get to El Sin Nombre, but before I do that, I gotta pick up some alcohol on the way. You weren't expecting me to go sober on this mission, were you? I will be very disappointed if you underestimated the SLAV addiction.
Deja que me desangre en paz.
Okay then. Can't get through here. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Pablo Escobar? I find a way up to the next floor. Yeet. Sweet dreams, URODS. I achieve the Romanian objective of theft and go up to the last floor. My aim is really bad, oh my god, this is point blank, how do I miss this? We clear the roof and Alejandro just comes out of nowhere. Bro teleported for my convenience. See, this is what I'm talking about. I manually operate an elevator, didn't even know I could do that, and infiltrated the penthouse. We get a little sneak peek of where El Sin Nombre is and oh. Valeria is El Sin Nombre. Well, La Sin Nombre in this case. Or La Con Nombre, actually, cause we know her. Well, she's definitely an 11 now. Remember kids, any woman that runs a violent drug cartel is a keeper. We go in guns blazing and I shoot the Potato Man. That's what you get for a lack of manners, Debil. We capture the Suka and Alejandro... Ja pierdol. Kurwa, Alejandro. We capture the Suka and Alejandro is like... Turns out he knows her and Midwo is just standing there like the fuck. Valeria gets placed in a seat and the conversation went as follows. Te voy a matar, puta! Bro, chill, I wanna smash first. Bro, are you really that down bad? Basically, we served in the same unit. We were supposed to prevent a fight from breaking out with some drug lord. Yeah, and I was on his payroll, so I escorted the bada bing bozo out of there. So then you killed the said drug lord and took over? Nah, it was just a prank, bro, chill. Disgraceful. Okay, but why though? Now Trump won't tell you this, but terrorism is good for business. Say what? Man, shut your bitch ass up, I ain't finished yet. While the Americans are bombing camel herders, they won't be bombing Mexican truck drivers, if you know what I mean. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Can't you see how rude she is? She just screamed at me. Just don't make a deal with her, she's like Vladimir Putin. Okay, let's make a deal. You give me missiles and Hassan, yeah? Yeah, sure, if you let me go and get out of Las Almas. Deal, but you're gonna stay here until we do. We get a briefing of how an abandoned oil rig is being used by the cartel, and basically that's just where one of the missiles are. We play as Midwo and infiltrate the oil rig. I immediately ditch my gun for a Kalashnikov. We make our way up and the bada bing botos figure out we're here, so we just go loud. They start the whole, you know, missile go wee and boom sequence thingy. I pull off an epic flank and open up the boy, and what do you know, the controls are on the ship. Ghost's team boards the vessel, and which is about as stable as Myanmar. The containers are like moving and shit. AK is so good, the boy. The only way an AK is bad is when it runs out of ammo. I try moving up and get squished by a container and I die. I get back to the same spot and I get squished by a container and die. I immediately respawn and get squished by a container and die. Shipping containers are a crush header. Oh really? Fortunately I avoid getting squished and run inside. Ah yes, Bison glorious. We blow our way into the bridge area and I blind Ghost by eating a flash in his face. Anyway, I clear the area pretty much single-handedly. Go up. Clear the area pretty much single-handedly. Ooh, yes, glorious Bison, mine has no ammo left. Then I go up and clear the area pretty much single-handedly. Pull your weight, you fat fuckers. We find the controls and find out you can't disarm the Suka. We open up the controls so we can reprogram the Debil to fly into the abandoned oil rig when it launches. We stand back and enjoy the fireworks. Now, while the fire is going, who wants some shashlik?